Do you want to see how we at Spice Island Cooking make pumpkin loaf or pumpkin bread? Well, this video is for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Put on your post notification bell so you don't miss each time we do an upload. Also, in this video, we will be showing you how we make our pumpkin puree from scratch, as well as pumpkin spice, just in case you're unable to get a hold of any of these. Now, let's get into this video. Spice fam, we will start off by making our DIY pumpkin pie spice that we will add to our pumpkin loaf. Now that is of course if you cannot get your hands on some store-bought ones. It's very easy to make yours at home. Let's go. We're going to start off with some cinnamon. Next we're going in with some ground ginger, cloves, ground clove that is, some ground nutmeg. Lastly, we are adding in some allspice. Next, give it a good whisk, or a whisk. I'm using a spoon, by the way. So you just want to mix that really well until everything is well combined. And this right here is your pumpkin spice. Let's move on. So guys, I had to do a voiceover for this portion of the video as well, simply because my voice was going. I don't know what was happening when I was recording that video. But here I have some frozen pumpkin that I did buy, and what usually happens is that when we do get it at a really good price, we buy it, we buy a big one or a lot, and then we cut it up and clean it, cut it up, and then place it in the freezer until we are ready to use it. So in this case, we need to get some of that, and I will add about maybe about 2 cups or so, and this is my skillet. I'm just adding that in. The thing about this pumpkin is that it's extremely sweet, and so it's a bit on the dry side, so there isn't a lot of moisture in it. And when you have a pumpkin like that, you need to add water, because usually pumpkin makes its own water. So we will add in some water to help with the cooking process of the pumpkin. All right, so here I'm just adding in some water, and then what we are going to do is to cover it and allow it to simmer, and that will basically help to cook the pumpkin, and then we can mash it and then make our pumpkin puree. So once it's done, I'll come back. So this is what our pumpkin is looking like so far. As you can see, it has cooked. I forgot the time as to how long I left it for, and of course I did add water as needed. All right, as I said, if you do have access to the store-bought ones, then that's fine. I just didn't have access to it, plus I prefer mine from scratch. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, I did crush it up. And this is your pumpkin puree. This is your pumpkin puree. Right, it's nice and soft. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me guys, my voice is giving me some trouble today. So what I'm going to do is to turn off the heat and allow it to cool completely before I use it. Once it's done, I'll come back to show you the next step. The rest of the ingredients are some baking soda and some salt. I have sugar here, which is both white and brown sugar. Here I have my homemade pumpkin pie spice that we will use, flour, oil, some vanilla extract, eggs, and of course the pumpkin puree that I made earlier. So let's move on to the next step. Salt and baking soda, followed by some of that pumpkin spice I made earlier. Give that a really good whisk until everything is combined and set aside. To a large bowl, I'm going in with the pumpkin puree, sugars, and we are going to mix it until it's combined. It will turn into a thick paste just like this. Next, we are going in with our eggs, followed by some vanilla extract, and I am adding in some lime, which basically helps with the freshness of the egg as well as up the flavor. Add in the oil and give that a really good mix until it's well combined. A hand mixer can be used as well, but I just prefer to use a whisk. So this is what our mixture is looking like so far. Next, we are going to go ahead and add in the dry ingredients that we did mix up earlier. I'm just going to transition to a spatula, and you want to give that a nice fold, just as how you see I am doing it here. Now I want you to comment below and let me know how you make your pumpkin loaf or pumpkin bread. It's more like a cake actually, but yeah, the pumpkin loaf. So once I would have mixed that in, this is what it looks like. And I am adding in some pumpkin seeds for that crunch in there. You can add in some walnuts or even chocolate chips can be added as well. Just fold that in nice and gently, just like that. And once it's done, we are going to place it into a prepared pan, as you will see. So this is my pan. I did oil it and add a little bit of flour just to help with the sticking process, just in case it decides to stick. You don't want it to stick. So we are going to pour that into the pan. I also would like for you to comment below and let me know if you would have made a pumpkin loaf before. What was your experience and what did you do different? Also, if you want to make it more interesting, you can add some cornmeal or corn flour to it when you're adding in the flour. So you less the amount of flour and add in some of the cornmeal to make up the amount of flour you're supposed to put into the recipe. This is what it looks like, and I'm just going to give it a few taps to get rid of any air bubbles there may be. And we are going to place it into our preheated oven to bake. So around the halfway cook mark, I did add the piece of foil on it simply because it was starting to get dark really fast. All right, so if you don't want it to get too brown, that's a way of you doing it. So I did remove the foil paper, and now we're going to test it just to make sure that it's properly cooked. Of course, once your skewer comes up clean, you know that it's done. So I will allow it to cool and then we'll come back to show you. So this is our pumpkin bread right here and our pumpkin loaf, and it's still warm. I actually filmed or recorded this video at night, y'all, so it was kind of late, but I just wanted y'all to see what it looks like on the inside. Look how nice and soft it looks. So I will allow it to cool completely and then I will come back to show you the final plating. So this is what the pumpkin bread looks like up close. I just cut a few more slices, about 3 slices in all I cut, just so you can see what it looks like. It's actually really delicious and it's perfect to put on your plate and serve to your guests if you're having guests over. And of course, with Easter on the corner, you can make it a bit more interesting by adding things that we would not traditionally have at Easter. So it's perfect. So thanks again for watching today's video. Don't forget to comment, let us know what you think, and see you in the next video. Bye!